I love it, Jesus. You have been through persecution. I don't see a put up here and let them say, thank God I cross over. We are going to put a cross tonight. Oh, me cross over. In this life, me trial were many. Some of the time them me know say be a fire in the air now. So no go say we people no go sing it like all me sing it. Here in a feet. Yeah, can't be a foreign people there. Me have been Jamaica from a Jersey, so me have seen the Jamaica way. And sometime me foot them get weary. Oh, and they feel like I would stumble. I know them are gonna see so. Me know them are gonna say fall. But sometimes when my problem come in a fall, you know me know. And they feel like I would stumble and drop a growth. Me know myself, but the jail to lands and leave me. I wish some people that just feel the presence of God tonight. Some people just shout out and walk up your mouth and say, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. But the jail to lands that leave me. Put up your hand and say, leave me, Jesus. It's the hand that lead me steady. You see, I won't leave away one, won't leave for some millions. Oh, yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Put up on hand tonight and say, Jesus, give me grace. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I am giving you a warning. Warning. And you say it's time. Get ready to worship Jesus. I am giving you a warning. So put up your hand. Worship. Jesus Christ is in the air. You love him tonight, the mighty man of God. Someone big up Jesus.
And good night to Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. Once again, it is time for Talking Points. We apologize for the late start. But as happens from time to time, we had some technical issues that we had to sort out. Hope that you all have been having a wonderful night. I think we've got everything sorted out properly now. Yeah, I think you all should be hearing me properly. Yeah. It sort of threw me off to have to spend all that time trying to sort out everything. Good night to those of you joining us via the Facebook. Yes, we're on Facebook tonight. And to those of you joining us via the YouTube, I do not think that We Noise Radio is on with us tonight. No, there's an audio problem on their connection, so yeah, most likely that's what is causing their issue. So I say a special good night to all of you. Hey, Luis, what's up?
So nice to Jesus.
Luis out there in Carriacou. All the listeners out there in Petit Martinique, we say a special good night to you as well. Let me just do a quick roll call there. Let me see what I find in there. Yeah.
So can I take your
Vanessa Lalji, Sandra Joseph, Velma Pascal, Kathleen Ledlow, Deborah Flanders, Ruth Chitterman, Alban Harris, Jackie Raymond, Sherma Jeremiah. Good night to you. Good night, Zayla. Anne-Marie Grant, Moko Joseph, Listra Abraham, Dalma Scott. Good night to you as well. Listra Abraham, yeah. Carib Spice Fitness, Francis George, Denny Sandy, Christine Otley. Errol Bonaparte, good night to you as well. Dominic Leroy, John Stafford, Kathleen Knights, Faithlin Hallie Douglas, Olive McEwen, Jakeem Williams, Phyllis Mitchell, Shirley and James, Agatha Williams, Oswald Belfont. Baby Daddy, good night to you. Jerome Lewis, Andra Burke, yeah. Red Girl Pascal, Agatha Batiste, Stephanie John, good night to you in the home circle. Shameen Ragbasing, Dennis Sandy, Marianne James, Clive Raymond, Agnes Henry, Renee Zadie, Sonia Price, Hilary Joseph, Dominic Antwine, Miss Adonis, good night to you. Hope you're having a fabulous one. Hilary Joseph, Earl Benjamin, Joe, good life, yeah? Patsy Frank, Fitzroy Edwards, Bernadette Joseph, Norma Felix, Sandra Simon, Olive Mitchell, Bernadette Joseph, Jacinta Livingston, Denise Donaldson, April Fletcher, Olive Mitchell, Sherry Lambert, Vero Wellington, Roslyn Jones, Anna Henry, Hilary Joseph, Tyrone Marcel, Sherry Lambert, Pamela Hackett, yeah, Beavis John, Natalia John, yeah, Kim Creedland, Empress Zola Khadija. Empress Zola, it's been a while, yeah? Cicely Celestine, what's up? And on the Facebook, we're gonna go through it, yeah, let me see who's there. Lynn Joseph, Cynthia B. Kamita, what's up? Esther Peters, Olive McEwen, Cynthia Collins, John Mark, Devon Charles, Errol Bonaparte, Gillian Prescott, Tegwa, Martin Charles, Tora St. John, Teresa Collymore, Junior George, Sharon Felix, Cleaver Williams, Yvonne Roberts, McLean Mitchell, Rhonda George, yeah, I hope that you're having a wonderful night. Rachel Mona Alexander, Sherms Houston, Charmaine Thomas, Margaret Felix Landon Jane, yeah, good night to you. Shirley Lacrette, Kishon McSween, Teresa Gill, Donna Langdon, Lydia Joseph Agata Debole. Yes, folks, yeah, everybody's in, right? Nice. Remember to like and share, let a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Talking Points is on. So remember to hit the like button. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Folks, yeah, we are literally just 2 days away from Budget 2025, the Budget 2025 presentation. From all indications, a budget of close to $2 billion. Will be very interesting to see how that money is being. Cassie Albert, good night to you. Selwyn Noel, good night as well. Yeah. So, what is happening is that you have within the next 48 hours or so, yeah, you're going to have the budget being read and close to $2 billion. Close to $2 billion. Close to, it's not quite $2 billion, but very close to $2 billion. Yeah, budget that is going to be read in on Friday morning. Yeah, so it's going to be very, very interesting to hear what the government is coming with in relation to various plans and projects and so on. There are things I could say now, but I prefer to hold in relation to it. Huh? Alston Pope, good night to you. John Adams, Alban Harris, Adrian Watson, Mrs. Watts, Mr. Hudson McPhail and Mrs. Maureen McPhail, good night to you. Martin and Miss V, good night to you. Tobago is in the house. Good night to you. Hey, you're sleeping off Carnival, man. And folks, remember, the little child still needs your help. Yeah, this little one needs your help. He's a 2-year-old, Kelvin Warren Thomas. He needs your help. 2-year-old Kelvin Warren Thomas from Moya St. Andrew urgently needs your support for leukemia treatment. Your donation can make a significant difference in his fight for health. Please help us provide him with the care that he needs. You can contact his parents on 420-4314 and 535-2110. You can donate via Dropbox at CashWiz, and you can also donate via bank or online via the GoToFet. Via GoToFet. You know the GoToFet, they have the thing there where you could use your credit card and you could send money. Right. Nice. Right. So you can also donate at Coop Bank via the following, right? Coop Bank account 321-005987. It's in the name of Weslin Natoya Warren. Okay, so you can donate via Coop Bank to account 321-005987. And that's to the account of Weslin Natoya Warren. Remember, this is a situation where we have a child who has been diagnosed with cancer. The longer you stay, it's the more dangerous it becomes. The faster that this child can be off island and receiving treatment is the better the chances of the child. As it is right now, we have a situation where that child is still on island and they're still trying to raise funds to be able to get the child off of island. Yeah, the longer the child stays, it is worse. I believe a lot of you may know how cancer operates, but once it starts to spread, you know what's happening. So you have to isolate and deal with those cells so that they can't travel to other parts of the body. And so the faster that we can get that child out of the country is the better. So folks, once again, for those of you that may just be joining us, this 2-year-old needs your help. All right? He needs all of us. He needs our help. All right? So you can donate and so on. All right? We'll post this to the Facebook page of Talking Points. It will be posted there. So all the information will be there that you would be able to do what you have to do and assist in the way that you can assist. Folks, we're leaving the phone lines open for the entire program tonight. 440-7377-347-329-3101. Also want to remind you all of this one. The barbecue luncheon fundraiser of the St. Patrick East constituency branch of the New National Party taking place on the 29th of March 2025 at the River Sally Hard Court starting at midday. All right? Or you can say what time you want to finish. We go decide what time you finish, right? Nice, yeah. Barbecue chicken, barbecue pork, and grilled fish on sale. And all meals come with selected sides of potatoes, salad, chow mein, or rice and peas. They're also going to have a serious bar there. All right? So for more information, you could contact 533-8797 or 415-8008. So that's the St. Patrick East constituency branch of the New National Party. They're having their barbecue luncheon fundraiser on the 29th of March. And for those of us going up to it, we're looking forward to that one. And then, of course, you know, the New York support group of the New National Party, they've got the brunch. Yeah, they've got the brunch. Come and get your brunch. Right, yeah, they've got the brunch. So that is going to be taking place on Sunday, the 27th of April. You have enough time to buy your ticket early and thing and organize. Or if you want to assist or you want to donate. Shane Ross, good night to you. Yeah, you can do so from now. Dennis Joseph, good night to you as well. And Sheldon Sylvester. Moko Joseph, I see you reach, Papa. Yeah. So total West Indian food. Yeah, even though you're going to be up in the States, you're getting West Indian food, music, dance, meet and mingle. They start from 10 a.m. until you say when. All right, so that's going to be taking place at 302 East 91st Street between Lennox and Clarkson Avenue, and a small donation of $30. But we know I'll go drop a 50, right? Small donation of $30, but we know I'll go drop a little 50. And so music by DJs Jude and Small Clothes. You can call Kathy on 347-262-6818. Wendy, what's going on, girl? On 917-602-1476, and Aisha on 917-520-3164. So that's the new National Party New York support group. They're having their brunch. That is be a nice thing, man. And that is going to be taking place on Sunday, the 27th of April. All right, so looking forward. Yeah, you never know. Your boy might be there. I know if President Trump might give me a visa. You never know. I might end up in the thing. 440-7377. 347-329-3101. I hope the phone lines are working properly now. I still believe we have an issue with the overseas line, so we'll have to double check on that one to see what's going on. Pastor Casimir, hope you're having a wonderful night. Say a special good night to the wife for me. Kim Creedland, good night to you as well. John Batiste, I see you. All right, nice. Folks, so budget. Marlon Ferguson, I see you. Budget is taking place. Budget will be taking place on Friday morning. So the presentation of the national budget by Minister of Finance, Mr. Dennis Cornwall, will be taking place this Friday, and you will be getting the outside of the book. You ain't getting the book, so you're getting the general things. So they're going to be speaking in a lot of generalities there. They're not going to go in depth. So you're going to hear that, okay, we doing that, or we have this project, or we have that project, and so on, right? But outside of that, when the real thing starts is on Monday morning. And on Monday morning, I think it should be for 9 a.m., the Honorable Emlyn Pierre will be making her response to the 2025 budget. And then the other members of the new National Party team will also have an opportunity to do so. As we mentioned last night, we at Talking Points will be rebroadcasting. We will be broadcasting the budget. No, we are broadcasting Friday. Let them use the one. We ain't have time for that. I ain't going on. Nah, that is a business. Yeah. But on Monday, we will be broadcasting the response by the Honorable Emlyn Pierre and the responses by the various members of the new National Party team. We will send out a notice via our various networks. We will be sending out notices when we are going live to do that. So Talking Points will be broadcasting various aspects of the 2025 budget, the response by members of the new National Party team. I'm sure most of you would realize, knowing Talking Points, next week is going to be heavy economics. It's going to be heavy on the budget. Yeah? So the most of next week will be heavy on that. All right? Yes, Leroy, we will win. And Tracy, good night to you. Folks, the phone lines are open. 440-7377, 347-329-31. You're still calling it out. Let me see if at least it might work tonight. Right. I've been made aware. Last night I was speaking about a situation with the workers at the Princess Alice Hospital who have not been, and as far as I know, still have not been receiving their salaries. Yeah, people working in various departments there, even drivers, that have not been receiving their salary. And in several instances, being paid under minimum wage. I've also been made aware of a situation through the Ministry of Agriculture with a similar situation also taking place. In particular, you remember just recently the government, they did all this hoopla around bringing in various animals. So they brought in a selection of animals that they are going to use in a breeding program and then distribute the animals that they get out of that breeding program to farmers around the country. So they brought in these animals. And there are various people involved in that program at this point, because If I remember correctly from what was said via the GIS, they've brought in the animals, but they are not immediately giving the animals to farmers. What they are doing is that they are going to breed the animals at the different sites. For instance, in St. Patrick and Maryborough, and at in St. David down in Laura. Yeah, they are going to breed the animals, and then when they get enough stock, they will start distribution to various farmers and so hybrid animals that they have. Nice. But the issue here is the people all you have working in the program. After all, you spend all this money to bring the animals in. You all are not paying the people who are involved in the program. And I fail to understand, because the excuse of, oh, the budget had to read before we could pay is not a proper excuse. You all know the Public Finance Management Act as well as I. This government made an appropriation of $400 million in the month of January. We are on the 5th of March. $400 million. The Minister of Finance made that appropriation. According to Section 21 of the Public Finance Management Act, he can do so because it has to be a certain percentage of the budget for the year 2024. I can't remember the exact figure off the top of my head, but he made an appropriation which came in line with that. So it wasn't something illegal. It came in line with that of around $400 million in January. Yet still, you have the situation with contractors who have been providing services to the government of Grenada over 90 days have not received their monies. This is something that when the NNP came in, we cleared up, because there was a backlog of people that were owed 90 days and above. There were a backlog of people owed 60 days and above. And when the new National Party came in 2013, we made a special point of clearing up that backlog. Now this government, after appropriating $400 million, is back into a similar situation again, where you have people 90 days and some much more than that. There are workers who are working within the Ministry of Agriculture, within the Ministry of Education, within the Ministry of Health, that are owed salaries from since September last year. I don't know how these people are going to work. And many of these people are the same people who are contracted and are below the minimum wage that was set in place by this government. So it leaves you to wonder. You have situation as well, and I don't know which one of the unions is representing, if there's any union representative for some of these workers, but in particular those who are working on the farms under the Ministry of Agriculture. I would think that probably the Public Workers Union may be representative of those workers. And what I would say is that you all need to go and check the job site, because what is taking place there, imagine you are workers that have to be sitting down on the ground to do their work. They haven't even provided a table and a chair for people to carry out specific duties. And me had to go there and find out that. I have friends living in the area, they see what's going on. So you have workers that actually have to be sitting on the ground. I don't know if it's Japanese style office that we're doing, because I know some of those Japanese style and Asiatic style is sit on the ground and do what you have to do. So I don't know if that is the style they're going with the Ministry of Agriculture. But you have situation, a desk and a chair you can't give a worker. They have to sit down on the ground to do their work. You can't even provide for them a proper device for them to do the work that they have to do. They have to use their own personal device to get the job done. And then, if there's a failure within the system, they are not going to say that they didn't provide the workers with the tools that are necessary to do the job. They are going to just throw the full blame on the workers themselves, which is very unfair. Because the workers are not being provided with the tools to do the job or the remuneration that they were supposed to be getting. How do you expect people to feel when they see other workers in other sectors getting the minimum wage that this government put in place, and they who have been contracted, remember contract work is supposed to be legal, but anyway, who have been contracted by this government, those same people are not receiving even minimum wage. In many instances, some of these people are being paid for 5 days when they work in 6. That's what is going on. So at least, if there is a union, I don't know, because when it comes to government, it is not necessarily the Public Workers Union. So Sister Daisy, you might have to check them farm and them and see what's going on. but it's not necessarily the Public Workers Union. Sometimes it's TAU, sometimes it's GMMIWU, and so. And I think one of the other unions has a small number. I don't even think it's as much as 20 under their watch as well, who work within the public service. So whoever it is needs to check on this. It's a serious situation. You can't have people working on the farm, they have duties to carry out and so, and they can't even have a desk. You mean the ministry cannot find a desk and a chair to send to the farm? The neighbors and them crying shame. They crying shame. Madness. Anyway, 4407377 347-329-3101. Yeah. And folks, today the not the Public Workers Union, the Technical and Allied Workers Union, they decided to continue their protest action. And today they decided to continue their protest action outside of the Radisson. Yeah, they decided that they would continue their protest action outside of the Radisson today. And why continue outside of the Radisson? Because the Prime Minister was at the Radisson. But you know what? Let's hear the president of the Technical and Allied Workers Union. Let's hear what he had to say in relation to this. Let me see. Nice, right here. Let's see what he was saying in relation to the activities of today.
The company, when we thought we were close to the possibility of a resolution, in discussing the matter with the workers yesterday, it was necessary to reconvene this morning with the workers to continue discussing the matter. We communicated that to the company, and we also communicated, because the issue has to do with a position within the company that one of our workers were already fulfilling, and they have now moved to fill that position. That while we try to sort out the matter, while we wait to sign some document that may allow the talks to continue towards a resolution, that they should not allow the individual to come into work today. The company responded to the Labour Commissioner, indicating that they are willing to go with the union's request that the worker will not come in today. However, the only how they will do that is that the union must sign and agree that there will be no further industrial action for the rest of 2025. So it therefore means that anything that happens going forward, there can be no industrial action. And this is just a pattern of, in our view, of what the government is saying. Remember the board of directors of Grenlec. Grenlec is majority owned by the state, and there are political operators on the board of directors of Grenlec. And we must not take that in isolation to what happened with the Public Workers Union, where the government docked the Jews, where the government took off the Jews from the workers, but detained the Jews, they stole the Jews, because they are trying to weaken unions. Right? And we see this as a further demonstration of this, that unions are on the attack. Unions are on the attack. Organized labor is on the attack. How do you explain? How do you explain? Where the company had indicated in conversation with me that everything appears as though they were willing to not allow the guy to come in today, so that we can discuss the matter with the workers today, come to an agreement, and then things will then move forward from there. But they are now making it a condition that in order for the guy not to come in from today, the position that one of our workers were fulfilling, that the union must sign and must agree that the union and the workers shall not take industrial action for the rest of 2025, regardless of what happens. We hold that a complaint like Grenlec right in place. It is our right. Yeah. So think about it. So we recognize that they are always shifting the goalposts, and therefore we are calling on the Prime Minister to intervene directly. Intervene directly. He is first and foremost the Prime Minister. Secondly, he is also the line minister responsible for Grenlec. And the Minister for Labour and the Attorney General had found that the company was wrong. Truth be told, what is the basis of going to arbitration when it is the same government that is the employer? This is not a private sector employer. Government as the majority shareholder. Your Minister, your Attorney General found that the company was wrong in what they did. And they have two young workers at home. Not only this year. Yesterday we learned that one of the sisters who were sent home, the company have since hired 3 persons to do a similar function like her. And they are now moving to fill the position of the male worker. So while the company is being bad-minded by starving out 2 young Grenadians, they have filled the position by taking on 3 workers after this worker to fill that position. So there are positions to be filled. And the minister said that the workers should be taken back. The Minister for Labour, who is also the Attorney General. So that's why we are here. And our position now is that we are calling on the Prime Minister to directly intervene and resolve this matter. The 2 workers must be taken back to work, as the Minister has said. They are Grenadians.
Yes, indeed, folks. They are Grenadians. Yeah? So I find it, I find that one very strange. Yeah? That particular request was made of the union. How in the world could you tell a union that how you want them to sign an agreement that they will not strike for the rest of the year? Well, that union would have had to be the stupidest in stupid land to go and sign that. No. That union would have had to be the dumbest dummy in dumb land. And they ain't, because they didn't sign it. They would have had to sign an agreement that they refuse, that they will not strike for the rest of the year. Let me explain something to you. Striking, we may not like it, we may not always agree with it, but it is a fundamental human right. It is not just something people could do when other people allow them to do it. Striking is a fundamental human right. Even people in prison does strike. You hear me? Even people in prison does strike, not just hunger strike. Sometimes they just decide they're striking if they have to carry out certain duties. They're not doing it. You have to lock them up. They're not doing it. So even people in prison have the right to strike. And you trying to tell Grenlec workers that they should sign so that they do. That song is something that comes directly from the former lawyer representing Grenlec, isn't it? The WRB. That song as it comes from the mind of that person, because it's Massa Bull, Massa Cow. The government is the majority shareholder, as was just explained by the President General of the Technical and Allied Workers Union. The government is the majority shareholder of the Grenada Electricity Services Limited, Grenlec. The government has a significant hand in appointing the board. In other words, the government appointing the board of directors. The government, therefore, is the one that the workers are negotiating with. They're not negotiating with no Florida company right now, It's not a company owned by a set of people out in Florida that the Grenadian workers are negotiating with. They are negotiating with the government of Grenada. The same government they may have voted to put in power. The same prime minister that they may have voted to put in power. Who just happened to have been the same lawyer that was oppressing them before. So it is not a situation that the Prime Minister, if he really wants to deal with it, because again, according to what you just heard there from Mr. Senator the Honorable Andre Monty Lewis, according to him, again, and he's correct in that assertion, the Prime Minister is the line minister with responsibility for Grenlec. So the direct minister with responsibility for Grenlec, who is responsible for appointing the board of directors of Grenlec, is the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister is responsible. So the board is answering to him as the minister. The chairman of that board has to answer to the Prime Minister. So the issues that are being raised here is an issue that if the Prime Minister cared, he could deal with. But I believe that he have a chip on his shoulder against the Technical and Allied Workers Union. I honestly believe that he has a chip on his shoulder through the battles that they may have gone through before in the courts and so on in relation to workers' rights and different things like that. You have a chip on his shoulder in relation to the Technical and Allied Workers Union and especially those at Grenlec. So it is manifesting itself in what is taking place now. You have an individual, individuals that have been carrying out tasks for an extended period of time on contract, and remember they said contract work is illegal. The agreement between the Technical and Allied Workers Union and the Grenada Electricity Services Limited, regardless of who owns it, the company, is that if someone carries out a particular function for 6 months, that person has to be considered as a permanent employee of Grenlec. If you have to get rid of them, you have to get rid of them before the 6 months. But once they have crossed that 6 months, carrying out a particular duty, that person is no longer considered, according to their agreement, is no longer considered a temporary employee, but now considered a permanent employee of the Grenada Electricity Services Limited. Yet, these two individuals are not being treated in that manner. These two individuals are having, while they are carrying out the duty, then you're having other people being brought in. You heard him mention 3 people brought in to carry out the duty that the gentleman who is not being given the job is carrying out. 3. So it means that it had opportunity for employment. But again, that's where the if you is a NDC, let us know comes in. That is where that comes in, you know. If you is a NDC, let us know. The nepotism, that's where it comes in. The very same things that this administration used to accuse the New National Party of and want to beat up the New National Party on is the same thing that they are doing now. Well, not even the same thing, you know. They're doing worse than what they accuse NNP of. Why should the workers give up their legal right to strike? So when you all go and you do something wicked to them, when you all go and you decide you're sending home this one or that one, or you decide salary negotiations taking place and it's not going where it's supposed to go, and they decide to take some action in relation to that, considering inflation and all that's going on. When they decide they have to take industrial action, you want them saying that they should not take industrial action? Well, Sakutis Monty, all you're dealing with you. Monty? Yeah, but is he all you're dealing with? Is he all you're dealing with? Yeah? And again, folks, 4407-377-347-329-3101. And I want to play something here. Where it is? Yeah. I think we have a caller. Let me play this first, and then I'll come to that here. Let me hold a little bit with the calls, and let me deal with this first. Yeah, I want to play something here, and then I will play something right after it. Yeah, let me see. Come on, that thing. You have to show me the list. Yeah. I want to see it. I want to see it a little differently. Nice. I want to see it like this. Yeah. You know what? Let me hit the phone lines. Yeah. Hello. Good evening.
Hey, good evening, Sheldon.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay, man.
Go right ahead, man.
Sheldon, I listened to Prime Minister Philippe and Roosevelt Skerrit of Dominica. I know if these two Prime Minister failed. Grenada people stupid. They don't know what the Prime Minister is doing, and the failure that he's going through. Say he's serving Grenada with distinction. Serving Grenada up in the air, where there are no people. If you want to serve the people of Grenada, you have to be on the ground. You have to know what is going on with the people, and you have to reach out and help the people of Grenada and Petermatic. Because when burial was approaching, the Prime Minister flew out of the island. The Prime Minister was in some heads of government meeting, and he said Haiti is our sister, right? And we have to look out for Haiti. When he made a statement, within days, the Haitian that was in Grenada he sent them back. So, right? And right now in Haiti, Brother Sheldon, thing getting worse. There is no development in Haiti. And I can see how these two prime ministers know, they know what they're saying is the truth. Because see, what they're saying is what the government gives them to say. And Brother Sheldon, it is difficult when you do something. It's not true, I have to say it, Brother Sheldon. That means you're losing your integrity, you're lying. Because the people are going to compete politics, they know. They know what the Prime Minister is doing, and they know the Prime Minister is just serving the people are going to compete politics, and how it should be a leader serving people. And when you have the Prime Minister making a statement, some people get in work because the NDC don't do the work to know who is NMP or NDC. I want that one to go out to the people who vote NDC and they are not real NDC. So you are part of it. You are not real NDC, so you should not get into work. But NMP, when the election comes and they win, they don't look at NDC, they look at NMP. The man who do the work, they employ them. But this Prime Minister is asking the NDC people to know the real NDC so that they could give them work. And the NDC that's slipping through, the NMP that's slipping through the crack, I know them so that there is nothing for them. But Sheldon, that statement that Prime Minister made, that statement will live with him for the rest of his life. And the people, the independent voters, independent voters, you know what to do. Come next election, to vote for the party that will make sure that you get work, NMP get work, NDC get work. Because once you're a Grenadian and you could do the job, that is the philosophy and policy of NMP. They don't look at colors. They they see you as a Grenadian and you fit to do work, you qualify to do work, you will get work. So, brother, let's have a
all right, thank you so very much. And listeners, I just want you all to pay attention to the following. Huh?
But getting back to the main point, we need to run our country based on merit, based on hard work, based on the desire and the willingness to overcome and to find solutions to the challenges that face us. We will not move forward or prosper as a people if the sole basis for job selection, for promotion, for the award of contracts is party loyalty or personal loyalty. If we continue with
yeah, Mr. Prime Minister, let me hear you again.
Not move forward or prosper as a people if the sole basis for job selection, for promotion, for the award of contracts is party loyalty or personal loyalty. If we continue with this approach, we will be doing ourselves and the several generations of Grenadians to come a huge disfavor.
Oh yeah, that is you, Mr. Prime Minister. That is when the Prime Minister was being sworn in, folks. So that is swearing in day. That is what he had to say. So let's listen carefully to the words that he says.
We will not move forward or prosper as a people if the sole basis for job selection, for promotion, for the award of contracts is party loyalty or personal loyalty. If we continue with this approach, we will be doing ourselves and the several generations of Grenadians to come a huge disfavor. And so under my leadership, I intend to break that vicious cycle of nepotism.
Yeah, you intend to break the vicious cycle of nepotism. Okay, Mr. Prime Minister, go right ahead.
We need to know one another. They have senior members and junior members and those who just joined. We need to know that all of us belongs to the National Democratic Congress. So we can't just argue and fight for what I will get, when you don't know your people. So sometimes the reason the other side getting is because we're not saying who are the real NDC people who need to get, because when you don't know your people. So sometimes the reason the other side getting is because we're not saying who are the real NDC people who need to get, when you don't know your people. So sometimes the reason the other side getting is because we're not saying who are the real NDC people who need to get, because we don't know one another enough. When you don't know your people. So sometimes the reason the other side getting is because we're not saying who are the real NDC people who need to get, because we don't know one another enough. So if we are telling the MP or the caretaker, these are our people, and let's go see them or bring the people, then we will know each other better.
Yeah. Just that's the same individual, though. Yeah, that's the same individual who was talking in both instances there. At one time, he's saying we can't move forward as a country if we're doing that. Then all of a sudden, it turned to, well, we don't know who we people is. All right, okay, we have a caller online. Hello, good night.
Hey, good night, Sheldon.
Hey, how you do, sir?
I'm all right, boss. I listened to both of your clips again, and I remember a few things that this Prime Minister said. But just what the clip that you just made make me believe, no matter what, anybody could say whatever they want. I don't believe that this man here is right.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that he maybe just get temporarily insane. Something wrong with this man. Every single thing that you said just a few months ago, 24 months, 30 months, or whatever, just a few months ago, you come back now and you are saying the opposite to these things, and then you open your mouth and talking loud. You just said that you don't believe and you don't want to take any part in nepotism. You said you're going to change that. That was not happening in the Grenada that I know of. But now you are ranking corruption and nepotism and all sort of wrong thing. So who will tell me this man here he is supposed to be in the place where number 10 is? Something's wrong with this man. You need to get something. People need to get something and lasso him and bring him up because he wouldn't go on his own. Something's wrong. Deacon Mitchell, our Prime Minister, well, not our, the NDC's Prime Minister, don't like himself. He don't like anybody. And he definitely hate Grenada. He is not worthy to be a leader. He is just not worthy. I'm sorry, but that is a gospel truth. Mr. Deacon Mitchell deserves to be handcuffed and put in a crazy house. Something is wrong with him. Thank you.
All right, caller. Not necessarily my view. I don't think there's mental instability. The real person is coming out. I don't think it's anything about mental or anything like that, you know. You are seeing the real individual. That's all that's happening. Before the election, what you was getting was a facade. Now you're getting the real individual. We have a caller online. Hello.
Fadu.
Hey, what go Fadu?
Welcome, brother. Bless.
A day, man.
Listen, no, but serious. You should have that mixed personality mixed with some narcissism, bro.
Brother, the real
Something
individual.
right, man. Even the speech pattern song different from.
The real individual is coming out. You see,
he's stepping out. Yeah, but I hear that. I agree with that too.
It's like when a young fella tracking a girl. He have one personality, but he dress nice, he smell nice,
when he get a job, and he lay on your resume.
Man, after that, boy, the man don't care how you look, he don't care not kind of thing.
Man.
You understand?
Quick questions. I don't want to take away from the show much. Quick questions. The airport, right?
Yeah.
It's on the constitution of stop and search. Is the airport void of that? Like, can an individual come into the airport and say, like, okay, I don't consent to being searched?
Not as far as I know. If they
without reasonable suspicion, or maybe a protocol sent down by the higher ups or something like that. Can someone someone deny being searched?
Not as far as I know. Not
Okay.
as far as I know.
Let's play a quick game and follow the money now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm hearing a push for dismantling the work permit scene, because it was stated that Grenadian workers, especially the males, more or less they're lazy and they don't really want to work. So they think now they should push to get foreign workers to come in to take the jobs. Coincidentally, there's a big push for sending back people to Grenada. Coincidentally, there's citizens by invitation and citizens by investment thing going on here right now. Coincidentally, follow the money. All right, so you familiar with the term of bonded trucks?
Bonded trucks. I've heard it before. Usually crossing the borders. But I heard the term before. I don't fully understand it, but I heard it.
it deals with a lot of customs, meaning that now individuals could take the whatever they have in the containers and put it in their bonded warehouses, right? Follow the money, right? Put it in their bonded warehouses, and they more or less have to wait till customs come and check them and that kind of thing, right? Okay. Now, if it have insurance on it, let's say for instance something was to happen to that the produce or supply, whatever is in the container, it was stolen or whatever. If it have insurance in it, you get compensated for that, right? All that happens in a bonded warehouse. Now, for the government saying they want to, let's say, get or requisite a place of art, yeah, so they forget the museum. The museum don't valid again, and in the museum actually, the stonework in the museum is very unique to Grenada in the Caribbean, yeah. So that should be like a historical mark. They talking about all the photo and all that. Just the stonework and that is very valid in the world, more or less. So I don't understand, but they forget in the museum. But anyways, they want to put a place for art. Now, peep this now, yeah. In art, in the valuation of art. So let's say I'm a businessman, an investor, a crook, a drug dealer, whatever, right? And I want to fund some money or move some money in some way. Now, I could get someone on one end because payment involved, right? If I put too much money through a transaction, it could get picked up. Just like with the FIU where you put in a certain money to check on you, right? So the more money transaction is crazy. If you have a art place and you commission somebody to do piece of art, let's say $100 to $1,000, $5,000. Let's be generous.
Fadu, we had a wrap within the next minute because both lines.
Just listen up, I want you to follow the money, man.
Go ahead, yeah.
It's very important what I'm saying, right?
No, I understand. You go ahead.
Okay, so then now you can get that individual to funnel that money through the art piece. Yeah, you can get a individual to funnel that money through the art piece and then capitalize on that. No, there's no markup on it because it's art. You
basically wash the money. You basically laundered that money.
Still less.
So what you're saying is that it could be used as a mechanism for turning illegal.
You are a very intuitive individual.
Right, they're turning illegal money into proper money using art. They wash it with America Fresh and bleach and takes a piece of blue soap and a joking board.
Baking soda and all of that.
Blue soap and joking board.
We can throw some oil too.
You remember blue soap and joking board? That's the way they're washing that.
Still less.
All right, bye.
Fadu. Yeah.
As some other stuff to play, you might want to call back later. I'm allowing 2 calls per person now, so you might want to call back later when I finish play some of the other clips. All right, brother?
Excellent.
No problems. Blessings. Yes, indeed. 440-737-734-7329-3101. I see both the overseas line and the local line. Whichever one starts to ring now, I go answer first. Whichever one comes first, I go answer first. All right? 440-7377-34, and that's the overseas line. Let's go to the overseas line. Hello, good evening.
Hey, Sheldon.
Hey, how you do, sir?
How you going, my brother?
I'm good, man. You go right ahead.
Sheldon, I listen to this guy, man. And Sheldon, you know, I haven't received nothing yet, man. I don't get nothing. And I can only talk about me. I have to talk about the people in my community where I grew up, who live under deplorable condition, infrastructure-wise. But we never cry. And I happen to hear this guy saying what he's saying there. Anyway, Sheldon, that's not the reason why I called. I called it in terms of this brother man, Skerrit. What's wrong with Skerrit? Sheldon, who that brother had run against? It was Milton. How to call that brother again? Anyway, what does he have me sent in Dominica at the time? This brother charter a plane for the diaspora, the people who over here and in Canada. But he tricked them. It was a one-way. And you're talking about senior citizens. Some of them can't even walk. When they reach in Dominica now to get back, oh my God, I never seen that before. It was a real problem. That brother can win the next election in Dominica. He cannot. Based on what transpired with these people. I mean, I don't know why this people put themselves through that, because it was no young people, man. It was senior citizen, man.
Let me make
And
the
I put it
statement.
over behind the leg.
Sometimes a government winning an election is not based as much on the strength of a government, but the weakness of an opposition.
Yes.
And that has continued to be the case in Dominica, that the opposition has consistently they've continued to be very weak. He has never had a strong opposition to give him a serious fight, which is why he's been able to hold on to office in Dominica for this extended period of time. So it's not necessarily that he's as much as a strong government, as much as there's a very weak opposition there.
But what does he happen to with these people and them? No. This, no, that's so serious. You can't be doing that, man. When you look at these people, man, I tell you, some of them have to go on the plane. They have to carry them on wheelchairs, man. You understand? It was a serious thing because, I don't know how he arranged the things that, like, the charter flight was only to come home, but you have to make the way back. And that was the problem. And was no young people, man.
Oh boy.
You understand? And you have lots of friends in the union from Dominica. Hey, man, I don't think that brother he can win the next election. The only hope, I think, if you're going down the same path with what they can try to do, make it a one state government, and that's it. Nobody else can vote. That's the only opportunity we'll have. Otherwise, he's doomed. Anyway, my brother, hold it down.
All right. Thank you very much.
Peace, well, love.
All right. 440-7377-347. 440-7377. Yeah, nice. Yeah, we had to deal with that. Nice. 440-7377-347-329-3101. Those are the numbers for you to call and get onto the inside. So let me just play this again, man. Yeah, hear what they were saying. Yeah, we had to hear what they were saying, man. So let's play it again.
Point. We need to run our country based on merit, based on hard work, based on the desire and the willingness to overcome and to find solutions to the challenges that face us. We will not move forward or prosper as a people if the sole basis for job selection, for promotion, for the award of contracts is party loyalty or personal loyalty. If we continue with this approach, we will be doing ourselves and the several generations of Grenadians to come a huge disfavor. And so under my leadership, I intend to break that vicious cycle of nepotism.
We need to know one another. They have senior members and junior members and those who just joined. We need to know that all of us belongs to the National Democratic Congress. So we can't just argue and fight for what I will get. When you don't know your people. So sometimes the reason the other side getting is because we're not saying who are the real NDC people who need to get, because we don't know one another enough. So if we are telling the MP or the caretaker, these are our people, and let's go see them or bring the people, then we will know each other better.
Yes, indeed, folks. So you're hearing it yourself. You're hearing it from him yourself. It's not we saying it, he's saying it. Yeah, we are not the one saying it. He is the one saying it. Nice. Beautiful. Yeah, 440-7377, 347-329-3101. Those are the numbers for you to call and get onto the inside of tonight's program. 440-7377, 347-329-3101, and you will be on to the inside of tonight's program. Yeah, you know what? I want to play something else from Sunday. Where is it? Yeah, I want to play another one from Sunday. Let me see if I can get it to open here. Yeah, you know I always have to check to make sure I'm getting it open. Right, so we check in. Let me see here. Nice. Right, yeah, because I want you all to take some time and listen to this one. And yeah, listen to this one. I want you all to take your time and listen to what is being said here. All right. I have it? Nice. Yeah, I think I have it there. All right. Yeah, listen to Prime Minister Skerrit, as the individual just mentioned, Prime Minister Skerrit. Let's listen to him.
And I want to say to you, and I want to say to Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell, that I believe that he is in the 40s. He will be the Prime Minister of Grenada at age 80, ladies and gentlemen. I want to be back here in the next 27 years with Dickon Mitchell as the Prime Minister of Grenada, unbroken, and NDC in government, unbroken in Grenada, ladies and gentlemen. Because you know what? Grenada needs NDC at this time of its development. And Grenada needs a leader like Dickon Mitchell at this time of its development. And let me say to you, as a leader of a political party, when you see they start attacking your leader, just know that things are happening in Grenada, ladies and gentlemen. Because no one sends a stone at a green mango. And you know,
so that's why they keep attacking Honorable Emlyn Pierre and Dr. Mitchell. Okay, all right, okay.
We yellow in Grenada. We yellow in Grenada, which means that we are in government at the right time, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to say to you, and I want to say to Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell, that I believe that he is in the 40s. He will be the Prime Minister of Grenada at age 80, ladies and gentlemen. I want to be back here in the next 27 years with Dickon Mitchell as the Prime Minister of Grenada, unbroken, and NDC in government, unbroken in Grenada, ladies and gentlemen. Because you know what? Grenada needs NDC at this time of its development. And Grenada needs a leader like Dickon Mitchell at this time of its development. And let me say to you, as a leader of a political party, when you see they start attacking your leader, just know that things are happening in Grenada, ladies and gentlemen. Because no one sends a stone at a green mango. And you know, we yellow in Grenada. We yellow in Grenada, which means that we are in government at the right time, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to say to you, and I want to say to Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell, that I believe that he is in the 40s. He will be the Prime Minister of Grenada at age 80, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, folks, I think I'll hear that enough. Yeah, I'll fed up at that day right now. 440-737-7347-329. So let me ask you a question here. When it was Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell in his 70s, the same people that shouting yeah there had a problem. They had a problem with him having won on various occasions. They had a problem with his age. They even on that same stage that this idiot is making that statement, even on the same stage, they were throwing talk for Dr. Mitchell about his age, like if age only for some people and not for everybody. Lucky people does get to be old people. Yeah? Lucky people who does have the years extended to become elder. Right? There are many who I know, who I grew up with and all kind of thing, die and go to the great beyond, they don't even make 30. I know quite a few that didn't even make it to 40. I know some that didn't make it to 10 when I was a little child. So to get to 70 and 80 and so is, as Black Adam would say, a blessing. Right? And this is the same political party that ran an entire campaign attacking the age of Dr. Mitchell, that now talking about giving somebody else the chance up until they's 80 years old and they jump up. Yeah! Yes, I agree to that. I want to drink a reverse before you come and talk. We have a caller online. Hello, good night.
Good night, Sheldon. How are you?
Hey, I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm okay. That man talking stupidness. He ain't talking nothing on the sense. I just pick green mango on a tree and you'll be right. And I just eat it. There was stone green mango also. I stone out that green mango when I was young. And the green mango just tastes more nice than the yellow one. So that man talking crap.
We just do it half right.
Crappy talking. Yeah. But you eat sweet anyway. He talking crap. He don't know why he's saying it. Until they can hush him out. He ready yet.
All right, my dear. Thank you so very much.
Okay.
Yes, indeed. 440-7377-347-329-3101. The same party that had a problem with one Grenadian being of a particular age and having the opportunity voted in by the people of Grenada on multiple occasions. The 9-star general, they're talking about who is 6-star general. Dr. Mitchell is the 9-star general. They had a problem with him, but they come talking now about who going to be there up until the 80. Yeah, right. Okay. We have a call online. Hello.
Sheldon, good night.
Good night, my dear.
How you doing?
Good.
Sheldon, when you hear you get that age down to the 70 and 60, Sheldon, thank God for that, you know. Because if we don't make that age, because they're so typical, is a so happy man. Because we can have 47 years old, but he don't watch it. You know what I hear you was telling them, a man on an interview? He said to this guy, he know nothing about politics. He don't experience about that, but because the people put him, he did. So I don't see what this man talking about. One of them tell me how so I don't want to say something else. One of them tell me they're so happy. And Peter David go fight us, fight the NNP, and them go fight Peter David. Of course they have happy David come there to fight us. Have a good night, Sheldon. There's more to say.
Right, but
yeah.
You have a good one as well. 440-7377. We have a caller online. Hello, good night.
Hey,
how are you doing, sir?
Boy, I wanted to talk to you a lot. Every time I call you, the line me. I wanted to tell you that every time we speak with Pierre, that was my prophecy since 2008. I've been telling my colleagues that
I haven't heard. Hold on, caller. I haven't heard what you said. I doubt the callers have it either.
You hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
The position which Pierre holds now, that was my prophecy since 2008.
Mm-hmm.
I've been telling my colleagues that the next person, and it's time that Dr. Mitchell should put Mr. as the political leader, because to groom up for impact in such a time like this. And thank God, but I prophecy fulfill. And I think she will do well. She will do very, very well. She's a loving person. She's good looking. She's attractive. She loves people. And you know, Sheldon, I told the Prime Minister scared. But what happened to these people? They end now the NDC even start governing the country right now. And they're talking about two now. What about us to start to govern the country and make sure that the people get the trains of you being there and you being there for them? You can working against people. Right about now, the country is not about nothing is going on here. Yeah, I don't know how they going to get this done. I mean, yeah, even on the fingers, not another term in government. I don't see that happening. Mm-hmm. Anyhow, I just want to say this: that congratulations to Ms. Pierre on a new position, and I pray that God will continue to bless her and give her health and strength. And I want Ms. Pierre to realize this: she is up against NEC. She she will get some pressure, she will get some problem. But she has to be ready to face them head on and give them all she got by the grace of God. It's only God goes up because God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. So may God continue to bless us as a nation, and I hope and pray that the NDC will start to govern the country soon. Night.
All right. Thank you so very much, caller. 440-7377-34, and we have a caller online. Hello, good night.
Hey, good night, Sheldon.
Good night. How do you do, sir?
Good night, talking points. I'm good. Sheldon, I want to the NNP and the Honorable MMP, leader of His Majesty Opposition. And you know, something done on me today. Today is Wednesday. I think all of us know the days of the week. Also, am I wrong or right?
Well, everybody's supposed to.
Right. There's a program on GBN called Government Wednesday or whatever they call it. Because I know that Tuesday they call it Opposition Tuesday. But there comes Ron Redhead and Glory on GBN. And they can't define what day they on or
Boss, listen, is Masabul Masako government and party for them? Is government and party, that's why they're using it for anything.
Right. So the point being, I'm going to that because Deacon Mitchell, I will call him Deacon, I could call him no other here because he's not Prime Minister in my house. He's Deacon Mitchell. In Parliament, he's Honorable Deacon Mitchell. Run ahead and Gloria Thomas, whatever role they get, they had thing they had something on, whatever they had something on. He's on a program on a Wednesday morning, and he, Ron Redhead, can define as PRO whatever is the difference between government or party. And he clearly said it. You know, and this is my point. What the hell is wrong with these people? NDCites, Grenadians, NNPites, all of us is Grenadians. Right? No yellow, nothing. You all are listening to these men making our country, our state. For a matter of fact, the first thing I heard was this gentleman from St. David's, or where he's from, who is not a minister, label our country backward. Pity Matnik, Carriacou, and Grenada. That's the first warning sign I heard. Now we're seeing what is going on. And they're showing it in plain sight. So now they have a deputy political leader. I want to know if they want known in Grenada, whenever the Prime Minister or the leader of the know which one, either Handy, Andy, whatever his name is, when Deacon leaves Grenada, who will be acting Prime Minister? Because here's what I'm hearing on the radio every morning is somebody, or a certain gentleman in the South, and God knows, doesn't this guy have a secretary or an office?
Boss, listen, lead the people and them let them do the thing. We're worrying about the thing and talking about the thing for. That's their business. That's their business.
It's annoying to me because what this man does not, to me, represent my values. I don't give a damn what you are. Have a good day.
All right, brother. 440-7377-347-329-3101. We've got a call online. Hello, good night.
Yes, good night, brother Sheldon.
Hey, how things going?
Well, regular.
Yeah, we'll talk otherwise, yeah.
Yeah, everything is balanced. Yeah, listen to me, you know, sometimes you have I disagree with that caller, you know. Deacon Mitchell is the Prime Minister of Grenada, right? The state of Grenada. He is the Prime Minister. But my problem is, right, and I know that other Grenadians who follow in the politics, they have problems with the fake presentation of our Prime Minister, right? We have to say it as it is. Now, the Prime Minister, when he was the political leader of the NDC, and he is the political leader today of NDC, right? And, you heard him talk before that thing he talked about nepotism and, building the country and merits and all of that, yeah? Right? And what he is saying today, right, it is not consistent with, that, positive trend, right? What we're seeing today, as we heard and saw him in action on Sunday, that's what we had to deal with that. That's the issue. What he had said definitely spells out the kind of character that we're dealing with, right? I'm surprised. Somebody said they're wondering if something is wrong with the head of the Prime Minister. Because I don't know him. I didn't know him to be that double-tongued kind of person, not until understanding what corporate lawyers are, and how that the representation against Grenada, many instances, right, have turned out and so on, right? Now, the words of a man determine his character, right? Because the scripture said, what comes out from a man's mouth, right, came from his heart, right? That is the issues of his, his life, And I don't want to use the word disappointed. I am scared at what is going to happen a little way down the road. As I said the other night, I denounce, I firmly stand against the statement that our Prime Minister made, right, as a minister of religion, pastor. I stand against that. That was not the correct thing to say. You need to, Prime Minister, somebody that's hearing me, need to tell the Prime Minister that his cousin, the pastor says, he need to recant, he need to take back this statement, because that politically that's going to bury you. Politically, you're dead where that is concerned, because Grenada is on rest right now. We don't know, because it appears that you are only, as you said, the Prime Minister or the giver of bread to only your people who support your party. How could it be? What did the word of God said? If your neighbor hungry, feed them. The destitute of clothing, give them wear. You see, shelter, visit them at hospital, because we kind of want to encourage a brotherly love. We are one another's keeper, and there are so many religious people around you, preachers around you. Nobody can tell them that. They're only grinning like what? Listen, you all need to do better than that. You need to behave yourselves in an honorable manner for that people would respect you. You see? Just look at what happened almost a year and 6 months with the swearing or the signing of the Samoa document. You all lied and said that you all have never signed. You wouldn't sign until you read it thoroughly. Before you know it, before the words come out of your mouth, we got the news breaking that it was signed. Right? You talk about nepotism. Look at who are doing the best jobs in our country. Yeah? You surrendered the $15,000 projects and so on, and you come up with the plan of $100,000. That's an unaccountable area. Nobody is accountable to nobody else. So what are we going? Where are we headed? Where are we headed? You need to listen, my dear Prime Minister. You need to take back on your statement, right? Take back on your statement. Do better than that. Right? There are people all over the world. Texas, I know my children, they are listening right now in Texas. And they're very displeased. One of them that listening, they vote for you, or they would have voted for you in Grenada. That's one of your supporters. But they are disgusted, they're disappointed in you, in what you have said. Stop this. Stop this. And I know my dear aunt, your grandmother would be disappointed at a statement like that. Huh? Stop it. You're not doing well with that is concerned. Someone needs to chasten you on this matter. And you're talking about you're afraid nobody. I know you're talking about who. I know you're talking about. But you need to have some discipline about yourself. Lead the country in the way you're supposed to lead it. Have a good night.
All right, thank you so very much.
Would talk.
All right.
People's finger would talk. Good night.
All right, Pastor, thank you. 4407377, and we have a call online. Hello, good night.
Hey, Sheldon.
Hey, how go, Papa?
This is my brother. I call him back again.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, my brother, there was what he was saying. And we got to get to it, man. After they can make that speech with nepotism and them things, he was cold. There was a third party, man, a second party. And they told him, stick to the program. And what you're seeing there now, that is what was implemented. You have nothing to do with what's going on there. But anyway, Mr. Superfly Deacon, I would like, Sheldon, what about to make himself available? Where we as the citizens of Grenada, we could ask him some questions. And I will even go so far. I would like to sit down in front of the brother. I would like to ask him 3 questions. One is corruption. One is deceive. And I can cover the next one, but the corruption is the 500 million. You can explain that, my brother? The deceive is the money program. And the next one is lies. The gay bill he signed. And he never explained. He tell lies and say he had known nothing about it. He didn't even read about it. And regardless of what he threw at me, I'm going to stick to that, man. Explain that. Look him in the eyes and explain that to me. Sheldon, anyway, one love, man.
All right. Thank you very much, brother. 440-7377-347-329-3101. Those are the numbers for you to call and get onto the inside of tonight's program. Yeah, and again, some technical problems here tonight. A lot of stuff. You all realize that every minute and a this and a that and a this and a that, because a lot of things going on in studio. I'm trying my best to keep the program on air while I take it here. But another interesting one from Sunday. Yeah, another interesting one from Sunday was when the Prime Minister, let me see if I can locate that one. Yes, I had it close by. So it's right here. Yeah. So another interesting one was when the Prime Minister went down this particular road, and is that road, Mr. Prime Minister? I really feel you want to go down them road there. But anyway, let me hear the Prime Minister, yeah?
He was a popular fella. And then he left the NDC, and then he went over by the other side. And then now he knows no man's land now. And I'm sure back then a lot of all you was disappointed and cried and say all kind of thing. But all you didn't know, it was a.
Yeah, nah, but I tell you all the nonsense. Let's go to our phone call. Yes, indeed. Hello, good night.
Good night, man.
Hi, good night.
Yeah, man. This is something I wanted to clarify anyway. I was looking at that convention they had that was Sunday, and I listened to that guy lie to the people of Grenada, and they was clapping and jumping up to it. I need to get this straight. When the passing of that hurricane, where was that guy? That guy was in Grenada, or he was in Barbados in some cricket match?
the hurricane was on its way and he went to Barbados. He came back just before the hurricane came. Probably one of the last flights into the country before the hurricane hit.
Okay, and I showed that guy, didn't they was calling and asking if he have anything to say to the people of Grenada. And his statement was he have nothing to say to the people of Grenada.
Mm-hmm. That is a fact. He was asked that question by journalist Linda Straker at the first press conference after the passage of the hurricane, and his exact words was he have nothing to tell them.
Okay, that is so. Okay. I was just trying to make sure the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Pittsburgh know that what this guy is all about, and all his lies was telling them, and they was jumping and clapping. I'm so sad about that, man. Okay, then thank you, man.
All right, my brother. You see, some folks don't pay attention to what is going on around them. So it may be pretty easy for them to just jump up and say, well, yeah, and go after whatever he says and jump up and think, because they're not really paying attention to what is being said. Yeah? We have a caller online. Hello, good evening.
Sheldon, good night.
Camille Teresa Scott, how you doing?
And good night to the Grenadian people. Home and abroad. Patty, good night. Mr. Watt. Good night.
Go right ahead.
And Matthew. Sheldon. I don't know what I hear. You know, first time I hear you sing. The first time I hear what going, because I was from Sunday all day lie down.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even go in me hard. I didn't feel too good. I take back out and walk and I go out in circles behind them people. But I lie down there at this grab a sleep and I wake up and I hear you playing them tape. That's what Deacon Mitchell telling the people. You have to know something about. You have to know your people.
Mm-hmm.
Like me, so I can't get nothing from them. Well, I mean, I don't want. I have nothing in need, but I don't want what they have. But that's why he's saying to the Grenadian people and they clapping.
Mm-hmm.
They clapping and they making leave them, let it clap. Don't worry. Don't worry. Let them jump up and clap. You go see what will happen. If you are the fearing people of God, and are you believe in God in Grenada, Carriacou, and Pittsburgh, let Deacon Mitchell get on. Let him say what he had to say. He's not in charge. God is in charge. What are you worrying about? Let it get on. Half of the people of the day. I see a lot, because you show a thing there. I see a lot of NMP supporters. Well, they put on the jersey and they go. What's going on in Grenada, Sheldon? What's going on? What's going on in Grenada? I don't understand. Look at the people marching. Oh God, I'm scared. All Military go slowly, they take the current. I see them walk in the street. And then I hear the man talk tonight and all the other on the news. The union guy, the senator, how his name again?
Andre Lewis, Senator
Andre Lewis. What's going on in Grenada? That thing was smelling nice. It is not smelling nice in Grenada. And some of the same people are jumping out and getting on. It don't smelling nice. The man from Dominica talking about he wants him to reach it. What do this man? Why don't you mind your business in Dominica and take care of your people? You come running your mouth in Grenada. Even again tonight on the news, the Vincentian Prime Minister talking about Timothy. Mr. Timothy Antoine alone for me, please. He living in too much of a big house. Are you watching the news? I don't know what do that, man. Leave Timothy, he deserves to live in a palace. He work for that. Well, what really going on, but we not going to tell myself because I didn't get to know Deacon Mitchell. He promised all you, make all you permanent. And somebody go vex with me now and I go say, he go make all you permanent. Take what you get. Take susu. How you say take susu? Take susu now. A lot of them can't say nothing. They're feeling the pain.
Susu.
Take susu. Where I didn't know where you come out. Take susu now. Yes. And I doing grateful a lot of you. I remember in St. David. And the long, and I start to pray. I start to pray in St. David. And when I hear they say Mr. Oliver lose his seat, a ball inside of here. So I will take what I will get. This not good for some of you, not for me. I don't want nothing they have. Teacher Mary, I don't want nothing all you have. Nothing. I rather punk stone. But take what you get. Some of you just shame. A lot of you are jumping up and calling Shaggy and all of them. Shame are you shame to see what you're going through. Shame are you shame. You better go to God and beg pardon. Go to God and beg pardon. Sheldon Scott, have a good night.
Same
and
to
all
you.
the Grenadians women abroad. And hold on to what you believe in. Are you too ungrateful in Grenada? A lot of y'all. It Michelle help y'all. Mr. Dabro. I used to bother Mr. Dabro. When I going to vote for these people and they're doing nothing for you. All you just start. Yeah. You can just start to deal with all you. Have a good night.
All right, my dear. You have a good one yourself.
A good, thank God. I have blogger.
You have some blogger?
I have a blogger.
Yeah, cocoa
at
bun.
15 minutes and eat. Don't go in and they better don't come in front of me, Joe. Because I know they will come just now. They start to walk already. They start to promise you this and that. I don't want. Thank God for my children. Don't worry, don't worry. Pray to God, pray to the God that give you life. This is who we have to speak to. Walk at the people and them and speak to the maker that give you life. That you where you could breathe. Talk to God. Forget about Deacon Mitchell and the NDC and what they want to do. Forget about them. If you bruise your knees and you have a communication with your father, you don't have to worry about what Deacon and them say. They could bring all who they have to bring in Grenada. Speak to the Almighty God. You are claimed to be believers in Christ. Talk to your maker. The people don't know God. Hear the man say, you have to know your people, so I mean. If they know you are NNP and you are gay, right, you have nothing to get. Trust God, not man. Good night, Grenada. Good night.
Night to you, Cami. You have a good one.
Yes.
Yes, indeed, folks. So 440-7377-347 329-31. Yes, and the overseas line is working properly now. 440-7377-347 329-3101. Those are the numbers for you to get onto the phone line. Yeah. Yes, folks. Yeah, that's the kind of thing they go in a rally and talking and them kind of thing. That's the kind of thing, you know. Let me see if I could find a next one here. I must have a next one here. Yeah, let me hear Batman talk. You understand? Let me hear Batman talk now. Let me see if I could find that. Yeah, man. Let me hear Batman talk, man. You're afraid nobody. Yeah, all right. Okay. Yeah, let me hear Batman talk.
And I want you all to understand that. You see me? According to them Jamaicans, me not fear no man. So as long as I am the political leader of the National Democratic Congress, they could say what they want, where they want, when they want, but tell them buck upon me, confront me, say it to my face, and then we go deal with them. So don't watch the noise. Most of them social media bad John, if you meet them, butter can't melt in their mouth. They can't even watch you in your face. They don't understand the struggle of the average person, of the average mother, who has to take care of the children, who wants to educate their children, who wants better for their children than they had.
Yeah, I think we had enough for you for tonight, yeah. No, but the thing is this, huh? Let me ask you all a question. Should someone like myself, for instance, meet the Prime Minister and just start to cuss him and tell him things to his face? Or should I meet one of his ministers and start to cuss them? All you wicked, all you this, all you that. Should I do that? Or should I maintain the standard of the new National Party? Which is, I see them, you greet them, and so on. They understand who you are, you understand who they are. And when the time comes for the debate, when the time comes to discuss, you do what you have to do. A man who is walking around with a security team, about 8 deep, fully armed people, yeah, is the one that telling people buck up on him. Yeah, you are a coward. It's have no bigger coward in this country than he. Because the mere fact that he make that statement, it means he's a coward. Them only have mouth, you know. Them only have mouth. And ever since I know he's so only have mouth. Mouth alone only have. And no one is talking about violence here. It's just a matter of being respectful, not to the individual, but to the office that they hold. So I would not see the Prime Minister of Grenada face to face and cuss him. I greet him. And especially since the fact that I've known the individual holding the office of Prime Minister for nearly 30 years now. I've known him since he was a teenager. So I'm supposed to meet him and cuss him a buck upon you now. The last 2 times I've seen the Prime Minister just see where he do so and he continue moving with the team of security. I ain't run and hide. I ain't cross over and say, well, let me move out of the way. I see Ron Redhead, I say hello to Ron. Normally, every time I see Ron, I say, hey, Papa. He say, boy, he's up the licks. I take it. Any of them I see. I hail them, they hail me. End of story. Those that know me well. It has some, they go screw their face, they go keep the distance, no problem by me. But when I come here, I say what I have to say. And if the conversation starts between us, I will say what I have to say. But this buck up on me playing bad man kind of thing. Something got, watch, I feel them fellas was drinking rivers before they go on the program. They had to be something like that. They had to be drinking rivers or something before they go on that thing to go and talk. Because I can't be on a normal head. They was talking all that kind of nonsense. Yeah, why you go and buck up on Trump? Why you ain't say you ain't afraid no? Go and buck up on Trump. You go learn. According to them youth, you go found out. Go and buck up on Trump. That's who you have to worry about. Buck up on Trump. Trump that go deal with you. That is who I want you to go and buck up on. Yeah? And folks, we're quickly running out of time. We're quickly running out of time here. So let me see. I was going to play one more. Nah, I will hold that one for tomorrow night. Yeah. I want to hold 1 or 2 things for tomorrow night. We can't play all tonight. So I'll go hold 1 or 2 for tomorrow night. And I think this will be our final caller tonight. Hello, good night.
Fadu.
Hey, Fadu.
You give thanks for the return call. I know in how much time.
Yeah, man.
You know something I find go over some people's head in that same thing there, where the man and them say now that they're building a headquarters in Grenada. You're aware of who funded that?
In Calivini.
Not the taxpayers' money that doing for that.
No. They say they're raising the money and they're doing the thing, and that's in Calivini.
Okay. But they can't raise money for people in Carriacou and PT Matnik? The man people, they really think people done bright out here in the family.
Boss, it's all about
they can
them.
raise money for those initiatives, no?
What about raise money for the 2-year-old that are cancer treatment?
Tada, listen, I surprised this thing still going on, brother.
Because cancer is a thing that if you don't deal, when it's discovered in the localized region, you have to treat that localized region and try and kill all the cells. If you leave it too long, those cells break off, travel through the body and find themselves in different locations and multiply there. And you end up with cancer that you can't cure because it's all over. So, I mean, it's a hard one. So we have to try and do what we can do to help that youth.
These people don't listen. Them people don't care about us, bruv. Them not like us, brother. Real talk.
Yep.
As Mr. Pierce said, the privileged gents here. I learned the word, you know. Hold on. Before I jump off there, I noticed they say they have this thing going around where they're saying like some people vandalizing their signs and all that. No, that could be valid, but I think the youths and them have more important things to do. More so, it's suspect now because it has signs with typos and wrong direction and thing that they pay people to install. Well, I actually no. I think people could install a sign without the permission of the government, right?
Well, no. Generally, I mean, if it's your property and so on, but there are locations that you had to get permission to go and put up a sign there.
Yeah, I'm talking about signs for designated places. There are signs for designated places on route.
That's government.
With wrong spelling and wrong direction.
That's government, yeah.
Huh?
Government for signs for like locations and that sort of thing?
Yes,
that's
like
government, yeah.
Woban.
That's government.
And they're showing Woban site for granads.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of them.
Okay.
There are a couple of them around the place. People just have to look at it. It might look like the same words, but some of them words, you have some typos in them.
Mm-hmm.
You get me? So I was saying they must commission somebody to do that. So whoever they do that, making some mistakes, and then what they say now is people, youths and things breaking down these signs. So try to find this kind of suspect. Yeah. Follow the money.
All right, Fadu. You have a good one.
You say Fadu.
Let's up. Respect. Yes, indeed. Folks, that's all the time we have for Talking Points tonight. It has been wonderful being here. But you see, they keep talking about 15 seat. I'll pull out old Calypso for them as we go. Folks, and everything you say and do it safe and secure. I want to be speaking to and with you, and definitely not about you. Love each and every one of you. I am out of here. Playing this one for them.
This election was like war among them parties. When I was more than sure they win already. Hudson Phillips said, tell them that philosophy in them. But when the rest complete, is he who end up without a seat. Not a damn seat for them. Mama, that's what Chambers said. Not a damn seat for them. Not a single seat on election day. Not a damn seat for them. How they lose, they can't understand. Not a damn seat for them. They call in Chambers a Obia man. Them ONR jump and whine, making a big show. Roster to Paul, when he hear not a seat at all. Not a